Hi, today we're going to talk about the first pay-per-view of the year for AEW, that is AEW Revolution, and what an explosive pay-per-view, I must say. I'm using explosive because the main event of the show is Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship in an exploding barbed wire tape match. This is the first time since 30 years this kind of a match is happening in the wrestling, and I think this is the very first time in the mainstream wrestling. Even before 30 years it was happened in the independent circuit, and the people who tuned in was maybe very less when it compared to now, because AEW is mainstream and it was watched almost globally now. Because when it comes to the rules, three sides of the ring are covered with the barbed wire, and to the barbed wire the exploding wires have been connected to three sides of the ring, and three sides down the ring on the floor towards besides the barricade, the barbed wire has been connected to the mat, and those barbed wire under beneath them the explosions are connected. So in the ring and on the floor, so nowhere to escape. Absolute brutal, and what a match, I must say. The start of the match, Jon Moxley was absolutely bleeding. His face was covered in his own blood, and those explosives. Jon Moxley took the first explosive and that barbed wire. Then Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley DDTing Kenny Omega onto the floor, onto the barbed wire and the explosives. So absolutely, Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley gave their best in this match, I must say, according to the rules that was created in this match. But should I say I enjoyed? I don't know. I'm confused because because these kind of matches, when it is too extreme, I don't know, I like, the inner voice in me says that, guys, you don't have to do this, don't go too extreme, we will watch you guys anyway, please don't do that, that kind of thing. Even though they take necessary precautions, still I feel when the matches are too extreme. So do you feel the same? I don't know, because I feel the same when these kind of wrestling matches with the extreme stipulations happen. So when it comes to the match, Kenny Omega retained his AEW World Championship with the help of Good Brothers. And there is one more rule in this match: after 30 minutes, the ring and the explosions will explode, regardless of the match finished or not. So here, this match will be finished in the 25 minutes, and so these Good Brothers and Kenny Omega will keep on attacking Jon Moxley, and they handcuff Jon Moxley and lay down in the ring while they escape when the countdown starts hitting on the screen. So unexpectedly, I absolutely didn't expected this from Eddie Kingston, but absolutely beautiful move, I must say. Eddie Kingston comes out, and on the ramp he beats Kenny Omega and Good Brothers, then comes to save Jon Moxley by covering himself on Jon Moxley, such that Jon will be protected from the explosives. So absolute beautiful, emotional way, I must say. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they come from long way, man. 18 years in the independent circuits they were struggling, and these two have main evented the show full gear in an I Quit match. And after all, and even few weeks back, there was a three-way tag match, and Jon Moxley even said that he is the only one who actually cares about Eddie Kingston. So finally, I think Eddie Kingston realized it, and there was a little boss. The explosions were not that explosive, that big explosion wasn't happened, but instead I think there was some technical issues regarding that, I guess. So that's the reason it might not have exploded the way it has to be. But keeping that aside, overall, when it comes to the match, and after the match, Eddie Kingston coming to save Jon Moxley, these two are absolutely beautiful, one of the best main event matches. So now let's have a quick recap of the AEW Revolution's remaining matches. And also in the buy-in, we have a women's tag match, that is Big Breaker actually scheduled to tag with Rebel, but due to an injury, Rebel was out of this match. So in the place of Rebel, we have the elimination tournament participant Maki Ito from Japanese. So she participated from the Japanese side. This is her first USA appearance. So with the distraction of Reba, who is outside of the ring, Baker and Maki Ito picks up the win over Thunder Rosa and Rio. Next, the main show starts with the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and MJF AEW tag titles matches. So in this absolute fast-paced, MJF are absolutely athletically gifted, talented athletes, we all know, and Chris Jericho performed really well when you consider his age factor. So absolute top-notch performance from both the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho and MJF. But finally, Young Bucks captures the win with the finishing maneuver, Missile Driver, connecting to Chris Jericho and retain their AEW tag titles. Next, tag team battle royal. So in this, whoever wins it, they get a future AEW World Tag Titles opportunities. So in this, almost every tag team in the AEW has participated, but final four are Dark Order's John Silver and Jurassic Express's Jungle Boy and Death Triangle's Pac Ray Phoenix. So final two were Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy, and finally Ray Phoenix wins this battle royal. So Ray Phoenix and Pac now challenge Young Bucks for the AEW tag titles in the future. Next, Shida versus Ryo Mizunami for the AEW Women's title match was an absolute top-notch match. In this match, Hikaru Shudo retains her AEW Women's title against Ryo Mikizuma with the corkscrew knee strike finishing maneuver. And next, Miro Kip Sabian versus Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. So before the match, Miro and Kip Sabian attacks Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor, so then they take advantage over them, and so finally Miro with his finishing maneuver, game over, locked in on Chuck Taylor, so he taps out Russo, and Kip Sabian were victorious in this match. And next, Matt Hardy versus Hangman Adam Page, big money match. So Matt Hardy actually made this match with a stipulation that whoever loses their first quarter earnings will be given to the winner. So it is also a very good contest between Matt Hardy and Hangman Adam Page. So finally, Page wins, connecting his finishing maneuver buckshot lariat to Matt Hardy. So the plan backfired. So now Matt Hardy's first quarter earnings will go for Page. And when it comes to Matt Hardy, he absolutely deserves it. After the match, Dark Order comes into the ring and celebrates with Page. Next, face of the Revolution ladder match, there are 5 people: Scorpio Sky, Vino, Lance Archer, Cody Rhodes, Penta Alzero, Max Caster. But the surprise member is Ethan Page from Impact Wrestling. He signed to All Elite Wrestling. So Ethan Page is All Elite now. So in this face of Revolution match, Scorpio Sky will be victorious. He grabs that brass ring and wins a TNT title opportunity in the future with Darby Allin. So next, Sting, Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks and Brian Cage in a street fight match. It will be in a cinematic style, but they didn't take any advantage regarding the moves and the extreme quotient. Absolutely bang on here. Sting looked in a very good shape, and Darby Allin was fantastic throughout the match. Ricky Starks and Brian Cage gave an equal competition to Sting and Darby Allin. So in this match, finally Sting with his finishing maneuver, Scorpion Dead Drop, to Brian Cage wins this match for Darby Allin and Sting. So that's about AEW's 2021 first pay-per-view, AEW Revolution, and the next time we see AEW pay-per-view is on 38th May, that is Double or Nothing in Jacksonville, Florida.